gentlemen, we are back. It is time for match number 2 of Saturday morning. Columbus, Ohio, wake up. I see you smiling, little guy. That's right, we got Primal going up against the guys on 8-12 UNiTE, and this Primal lineup, former MLG champions in the Halo series, now making the move to Call of Duty Ghost, and they are about to have their hands full with this UNiTE gaming lineup.
It's going to be tough because you're talking about UNiTE Gaming, who is probably one of the more, I guess, standardized search and destroy teams. They're so good, they're so talented. But I was watching Formal actually play search and destroy, and it's kind of a beast. I don't know, this Primal roster, man, I've been hyping them up quite a bit because I've been going crazy about it.
I love it.
So I was over there by the Bravo stream. Formal comes up to me. He's like, yeah, we have to play Justice, and he's like, then after that we have to play Vex, and after that we have to play Vanquish. And I was like, damn, I don't know if you're going to be able to do that.
That is not an easy open bracket. There's a look at Formal and his beautiful long hair. But so Formal, one of the best snipers in Halo history, always had incredible fast reaction time and able to whip that shot over. I think those reaction times are really going to pay off in Call of Duty, especially with how fast you can kill people. Also, Snakebite, a legend from Status Quo. You see Enable there with the red hair. Formerly sponsored by Red Bull, huge, huge sniper as well. All of these guys had fantastic shots. The question is, how quickly can they learn the strategies implemented in Call of Duty?
Well, they've been grinding quite a bit from what I understand. I mean, they've been putting in the work. They were taking games off the top teams in scrims online. So that will give you a little idea. Of course, here at the event, I mean, they managed to trump Justice, who is one of, a team that a lot of people consider to be very talented, very good team studies on that roster.
In the 2K series, we always saw them get to like top 8.
Exactly, and then they ended up defeating Vex, which is Secretly Squad, another really, really good team. And I mean, that was another one that went the distance, actually went to like a game 3 it went to a game 3 where it actually was a crazy like comeback on them on Blitz. And then the big one.
The big one.
Vanquish. They ended up 2-0ing Vanquish.
Tito, Fizzerp, and the boys 2-0.
Championship caliber team, and they ended up 2-0ing them. I mean, that gives you an idea, right, as to how far these players have come in just 2 weeks of grinding the game. And then on top of that, too, they have a great support system in the back there with Diesel. Tyler Hoyt is their coach. If you guys don't know, he's Mr. NASA. But there's no NASA. There's no NASA this time around because there's no like countdowns. He would just do countdowns. He'd go 5, 4, like that. It was actually really funny.
All right.
So this team, I'm so excited to see them play. So much potential here, and honestly, but when you look at the UNiTE roster, I mean, it's going to be a little different.
Yeah, and speaking of this UNiTE squad, they've made some moves since Call of Duty Black Ops 2, and let's take a look at who will be playing here for Call of Duty Ghost. UNiTE Gaming, you know him, the loud, the lovable killer, Ricky, one of the best S&D players in the game, incredible shot at range. Then they brought on Saints, an incredible slayer. This guy loves to run and gun. And Embos is back with UNiTE for this tournament. He was part of the team that won PAX with Ricky.
Yep.
Those guys took out Complexity at that tournament. They've had success on the main stage. They can handle the pressure, but this is their first match of the entire weekend. And I haven't seen them play a whole lot with Saints and Embos back on the lineup. I wonder, what do you think is going to be the outcome of this best-of-5 series? Is it an easy 3-0 for UNiTE,
no,
or is Primal going to put up a fight?
Primal will definitely put up a fight. Expect some big plays and domination from Primal. For UNiTE Gaming, honestly, I think that they're gonna take those search and destroy games without a doubt. I mean, you're talking about Embos, Ricky, right? I mean, those two together, just this pure slaying power of Saints, and then Killa, of course, just being that all-around beast that he is. This is a very talented and well-rounded roster. On the other side, though, and also, I also got to point out their coach, actually another commentator as well, Maven. Got to give love to the Maves.
I've known this man since Seattle 2003.
Wow.
Or 2004, rather.
He's about 50, so he's been around for quite some time.
Yeah, he's got great hair.
He's got
a fantastic beard.
He does have.
And honestly, I'm really looking forward to our Turtle Beach team chat to hear this UNiTE, just how they're talking as a team. Because Maven said, not only am I coach, I'm also a bouncer, keeping these guys from fighting each other. He said it gets kind of heated when they're down.
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, when you talk about the UNiTE roster, for one, Killa, he's a very loudmouth individual, very vocal, very passionate, right? And sometimes that could very well result in his teammates not necessarily catching his drift a bunch of times. Could lead to some internal conflicts. On the other side, though, you have also Embos, who he's another one of those players, right? Equally,
yes.
I teamed with him back in Black Ops 1. I know Embos very well, and I can tell you that he is a very emotional player, but he's also a heck of a talent. I mean, honestly, one of the best players in the game, period. I've always been a huge fan of Embos. I always saw his talent and potential. This is definitely a tournament for him to shine right here, right now. But this first hurdle, getting over Primal, it's going to be difficult, man, because they don't know what to expect with this team. They're facing off against a squad that people are like, wait a minute, did they beat who? And then what? That's kind of like the impression that everyone got going into this. So I don't know, man, but I will say this much. If there is a team to stop the miracle run of Primal, it very well can be UNiTE. Although they haven't played a match yet. This is their first matchup. Primal's played 6, still, or 5, excuse me. Bear that in mind. It's going to be tough.
Well, there is a shot of Enable and Ace. These guys really started hitting their groove in Halo 3. Ace actually coached straight rip into a finals championship there. Then he goes on to Halo 4 and wins $200,000 earlier this year at the Global Championships. You commentated that match. You've seen his gun skill.
Yes.
How does it translate to Call of Duty Ghosts?
I think that one thing that has been noticed by a lot of the players here watching them is that all the Halo players, their shots are on point. I mean, you're talking about Halo, right? Which is a game where you need to be consistent with your shot, right? And they are definitely on point with it. There was some conversation that Formal's a little reckless. He thinks he's like,
invincible,
the greatest thing since sliced bread. But it's Formal, so that could very well be true. But when you talk about Ace, I mean, you're talking about one of the most pressure-filled situations a person can ever play in their entire career. Right, 1 kill, $200,000. That man survived it. So this is like right now at this point, he's like, I'm feeling good.
Feel good.
I'm feeling good.
I can handle it. Main stage, no problem for Ace.
This is common ground for them.
And these guys are used to it. They've had years under their belt of playing on the main stage. Also, Snakebite, player to look out for. He was actually in one of my top 5s. It's like, wait, is that the Snakebite back from Halo Reach and Halo 3? It's like, yeah, that's me, man. I'm playing COD now.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, they're going to have their hands full. There is the team matchup. UNiTE Gaming on the left, Primal on the right. We're just waiting for game number 1 to kick off. And Golden Boy, what are the maps we're going to be seeing in this series?
Yeah, that's right. So to kick things off, we're going to go to Sovereign Domination, very linear domination map there. We're going to see some good gunfights, some contestments going on at B, a lot of action there. Then we're going to have Warhawk Search and Destroy to follow after that. Then Warhawk Blitz right after that matchup for game 3. And then, if necessary, we have Octane Domination and Octane Search and Destroy. So Sovereign, the only ugly duckling out of that entire bunch there. We have double and a double of Warhawk and Octane on that one. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they play Domination on Sovereign, just because of the way that map is designed. Are they going to try and get aggressive, push them on their flag a lot, maybe go for a trip cap? I mean, the options are endless here for either squad.
What's Golden Boy's prediction?
Oh, no, don't do that to me. That's why you always do that to me.
Internet, Twitter, get your phones ready.
All right.
Tweet us. I'm at MLG Puckett, at Golden Boy FTW. Tell us who you think is going to win. What is the final score in the best of 5 series, and who your MVP is? Golden Boy, I want to hear those answers from you.
Okay. Put me on the spot. You have to answer them too.
Of course.
Okay. You know what, man? Just cuz. I love bows to death, but got to go Primal. 3-2.
3-2 Primal.
3-2 Primal.
Guess what?
What?
Killa says that's not happening. I'm going 3-1 UNiTE Gaming, if not a 3-0. Killa is going to be not my MVP. He's going to be the most entertaining player to watch. I think the glue on this team and the MVP, even though he's the unsung hero, is going to be Ricky.
Yes.
Incredible at range. He is going to lock down entire portions of the map for the rest of his teammates to be able to run around freely. Also, keep an eye on Saints. I have a feeling he's going to put up the most numbers in the domination game.
He's disgusting. I mean, he's absolutely talented. I mean, you have some amazing slayers on this UNiTE squad. So, I mean, I say 3-2 with a heavy heart because I know that it's going to be a slugfest, and I'm expecting the best out of both squads. The match is ready. The battlefield has been set and ready to go. It is time for Primal versus UNiTE Gaming. I hope the crowd's into it. You guys better get excited.
Wake up, Columbus. Time to chug some coffee. We got Call of Duty Ghosts on the main stage. That's what I like to hear.
Let's do this. Right here, right now. Who do you want to kick it off with?
We're going with Formal at the start, and it looks like the boys from UNiTE didn't get in quite yet.
On.
We got a false alarm. But what's up, UMG Jeff? How you doing? Good looking. We're getting into this one, and you gave your predictions.
Yeah, you got to give your prediction.
I said 3-1 UNiTE.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think Ricky's going to be my player
I
to
didn't
watch.
say an MVP.
Who is your MVP?
Yeah, I didn't say an MVP. Okay, in the instance of a Primal victory, I think I'm probably gonna have to go with Formal. Perhaps I think he's in the instance that Primal takes it, but in the instance that UNiTE takes it, you know what, man? I'm gonna have to go with Killa. He's just so good. He's an all-around beast. He just fills any role lovely, and I expect big things out of him. So, but you know, you're right though what you said about Ricky, unsung hero without a doubt.
Now, if you guys are just joining us for the first time this weekend, so far, we have played, I believe, 6 matches in the winner's bracket, round 1, 5 make that. This is the last match in the bottom bracket. Of course, this tournament, we have a top championship bracket and a bottom championship bracket. The winners of each double elimination bracket will meet up in the grand finals. Curse Las Vegas was able to take down Elevate Excess 3-0. Caliber was in a battle for their lives against Epsilon and came out of that one up 3-2. So that'll mean Curse Las Vegas and Caliber will play in round 2. Culebra fused with the upset of the tournament so far. Not by the seeds, though. They proved they can do it on land 3-0ing Soar last night. So that means that the winner of UNiTE Gaming and Primal will play Fuse later on today before heading into the winner bracket final. It's time to get back.
Also, keep in mind, we still have Optic Gaming and Adversity coming up right after this as well.
Oh, Optic Gaming.
That's right. You know, that little team.
Yeah, I think they're kind of popular. Also, Complexity versus Skyline still to come. So all kinds of incredible matches going down Saturday morning, and that's even before the semifinals later on tonight. We're kicking off the action. Game number 1 is beginning right now, and we're starting off with the guy you're looking at right now. That is going to be Snakebite. So Snakebite, he was part of the status quo lineup. He played with Warriors. He's been on all different MLG teams, now playing underneath the Primal tag. Let's see what he can do off the start.
Yeah, Snakebite is going to go ahead and push in here on B, knowing that there's going to be pressure again. That bank nade on the ground, finding one player, moving in, getting control right away. Him and Ace are going to be able to secure B right off the start here. Can they go for that cap? Ricky's going to be on the prowl, though, right around this corner. Ace needs to be privy to that as they are able to secure it, but UNiTE's going to be on it immediately after that cap.
Up comes Mr. Ace, and he is going to catch Ricky, but one more is still there, and we're going to jump on board with the last remaining member of Primal. It's going to be Enable.
Yeah, Enable, of course, one of the more storied players in competitive gaming, but this time around looking to make his name here in Call of Duty, as he is going to get picked off. Off to Respawn, though, what are they going to do? They know that they have to catch them off guard some way, somehow, right? So the key here, probably make moves and push their way. Oh, nice knife out of Enable there. But maybe make their way over to A, maybe get a contestment on that one, but Enable's going to be creeping down here over by B, seeing if you can find anyone going in for the contestment. There's going to be one player lingering around there, going in for a challenge. He manages to take out Enable. UNiTE does manage to secure B for this time, but let's see what Primal's going to do after Respawn.
Yeah, we got Ace on your screen. We talked about it a little bit earlier. This man already has won $200,000 in his competitive gaming career in 2013 alone. Right now, working with 2 teammates on B. The grenade comes in, and it's just Enable left. Let's jump over with the UNiTE boys, as Embos is that player with the grenade, now pushing in to lock down B.
Yeah, they know that they could be coming through the bottom here. And there's one player. As soon as he came around, Bose was there for the pickup immediately. As Killa drops down, he gets plugged. So again, you know, this is something that we said before this match began. You're going to see so much activity going on at B because that's the way that this map is designed. It's one of those battlegrounds where you're just going to see B, B, B. The home flags are going to stay there. That's where the action's going to take place.
All right, coming off the respawn, Embos is going to have to sprint. They're down 2 flags at the moment. You see the score, 38-28. Embos in UNiTE Gaming trying to recap B. And Embos making his way through the war room. Won't have anyone challenging up top, as it looks like all the focus has been on green side, as everyone wants to go for the B and just stay on the low ground.
Yeah, it's definitely been one of those things for UNiTE and both Primal where they're thinking, we need to establish dominance in B. We need to just push them in. But neither team is giving at this point, which is something I actually expected here. is currently UNiTE. They are going to be leading, but only by a small lead, 4 points to be exact here. But Ricky ends up getting taken out, and you're going to see as actually UNiTE making their way over to B. They do manage to cap it. B and A will be in the control of UNiTE here as they're going to look to make moves on C.
Right now you got Embo's on your screen. He's 9-7 with the highest score. Make that 12-10 as it's 10-7, 2 captures, going for his 3rd cap. Ricky also live at 9-6, but Saints and Kill a really slow game. Combined, they have a total of 7 kills.
Interesting, which is something that I definitely would not have pegged, but Enable actually will be on B at this point in time. Woo! Ricky, great challenge around the corner and a double. That's going to be beautiful there by UNiTE's Ricky, able to secure that one. B lockdown for UNiTE.
Ricky with 3 straight kills on that little spree is going to give UNiTE some momentum. Embo's trying to keep B alive, but here comes the boys from Primal. We're going back to Formal, who has switched over to the MTAR, and he's throwing a red dot on it.
I mean, he's looking to take advantage of the red dot's accuracy without a doubt there, but unfortunately not enough top control. He gets pegged right away. And his teammate Ace, though, was going to be there for the pickup, so at least they do have eyes. But look at that, one player on the flank. It's going to be Snakebite. And see, what I would like Snakebite to do here is go to A and then neutralize it. Well, at this point, it seems like they're gonna have to cap it.
It looks like Snakebite and Ace were communicating there. They're both heading the same direction. Ace said, double back for B, I'll go get A. So they're going to stop the bleeding at A, but while they do that, they lose B and C. So it's going to be the guys at UNiTE trying to take charge, and Enable is trying to get that C point back, drops right into the fire of Ricky, who is going to pick up another kill, now sitting on top of the leaderboard at 14-8 with 4 captures.
You said it at the start of the show. I mean, Ricky, he's that guy to always look out for. He's the unsung hero of this team, and honestly, it's showing right here. And Bo's on your screen, looking to make moves and just defend C for the time being. It's 83-67 at this point in time. It seems like B is going to be contested and captured, perhaps.
Can Killa get the grenade?
Let's see.
It looks like no, and Ace is going to be able to capture B in the final second, so UNiTE definitely going to take this one. But the boys from Primal putting up over 70 points. It's going to be 87-71 in our first half.
Yeah, definitely hard-fought battle between the both of them here, and it seems like Primal, they're gearing up, man. They know that they have the opportunity to make it happen, but UNiTE Gaming, they're just playing, you know, at that little bit more of an elevated level at this point.
And Ricky high-fived his teammates at the end of that one.
Emotion out of Ricky,
He was the first one to stand up and celebrate.
I've never seen
When Ricky's pumped up,
that's when you know
that
things
is
are good.
Bad news for the competition. Here are your stats at the end of that one. Ricky 16-10, Embo's 13-11, Saints and Kill at 6-12, 7-11. On the other side, Ace did most of the objective work, 4 captures at 9-10, Formal 13-12, 10-10 for Snakebite, and Enable at 12-10. That's going to do it for half number 1, but we still have another 5 minutes, Golden Boy.
Yeah, we have.
Can they fight back from this deficit? They're down 16 points.
You know, it's very doable. It's very doable. It's not out of the realm of possibility for sure. And you know, honestly, if UNiTE what UNiTE just needs to do, period, is just continue to just push them on B, establish that dominance. That's it, right? It's as simple as that. Both teams are just gonna, you know, just go back and forth, back and forth. That's basically what it's gonna come down to. Sovereign's insane like that.
Now, something I haven't seen enough is the overextending and stopping the points, because if you really want B, the best way to do it is go to your opponent's base, stop them from getting points at their home. They have to circle back, and while they have a man down, that's when you're able to get the advantage in the center.
Yeah.
So if Primal can do that, I think they're going to have a better opportunity in the second half. They were playing really strong at the start, but then just kind of fell off as Ricky and Embo's really heated up.
Yeah, and I think that's something that, you know, will without a doubt come with a little bit more experience, and I think they need to watch a couple other teams play, teams like Complexity, for example. Something in this particular Call of Duty that has been in other Call of Duties is that neutralization of the flag, right, which is something that you haven't really seen before. You hop on the flag, it pretty much just, it's done. The other team's not getting any points.
Right.
That's something that Primal and UNiTE both need to take a little bit more advantage of here, right? Perhaps Primal decides to go on the OE, move over to that to their flag, the home flag, neutralize it, and then, you know, while they're dropping back or something like that, maybe 1 or 2 players, don't necessarily cap it, just prevent them from getting points. I think that's a little bit more important than anything else. So we'll see if players begin to take advantage of that. That was something that TP and I had spoke about the other day, and I think it's a definite valid strategy here. But again, it all rests on whether or not they're going to take advantage of it.
Boys on UNiTE getting ready for this second half. Game getting started by a referee. Any moment we will get back into the action.
Yep, and just waiting for it to pop up here, but there you can see Formal now from Primal.
And he was pretty quiet, man. I thought we were going to see many more kills from Formal. He was getting shut down by Embos and Ricky at range. And
Yeah.
I think we saw 4 SMGs for most of that game from this Primal squad. I want to see if anyone is switching over to the Remington to counter Ricky.
Yeah, I think that the reason why they ran with those SMGs, they knew that that action was going to take place at B. But when you're talking about these kinds of players, on UNiTE, you really, I wouldn't be too privy to go toe to toe with them. I would try and do my absolute best to just outsmart them any way I can. These guys are vets, on the other side of this table next to Primal. You have to think about that. So now as this next game is going to be starting up here in just a little bit, any player on both teams that you're curious to see if they're going to make some drastic improvements into this next game?
Yeah, I want to watch Formal, man. Formal is the dude. He's got to get heated up because he's an emotional player as well. Just like we talked about Embos getting fired up when they're playing well. Formal is going to have to be that guy to get his team pumped up because we know Ace, he's just going to sit there and smirk all game, win or lose. On board with Formal at the start. Enable, also a player to look out for, and we are getting right into the action. This is side number 2. Remember, we add up the sums of both halves, and the team with most points will take game number 1. UNiTE enters the second half with a 16-point lead.
Yep, and Formal here hadn't really found any action just about yet, but he is able to find one player. That's going to be a good secure by him, able to take out Ricky on that play. Formal now creeping his way around the corner, able to find Ricky. Yeah, or excuse me, that was going to be Killa, I apologize, but a good stop by him, and Ace already leading the charge here, 3-0, or Formal, excuse me, 3-0 on that scoreboard. You can see, man, that's exactly what they needed. They needed Formal to come out the gate strong, and they need to work together. They do manage to secure B, but there's going to be a lot of pressure coming around the C side here.
Snakebite also off to a very hot start at 4-1. He's been doing a lot of the perimeter killing. They have their opponents trapped in the control room. Nice first kill there by Snakebite. He's underneath 2 more, and he is going to circle up the stairs trying to hunt them down. Meanwhile, he just lost full support of the middle of the map. Here comes a big battle for Snakebite, and wisely, he's going to disengage, let his opponent try and chase him down while they're not focusing on B. A fantastic start for the Primal guys, up 20-13.
That's right, Formal here, able to connect with one. That was going to be Saints there, and seems as if we have Ace trying to creep around here over by the C flag right now, so they're going to go ahead and be able to secure this one. But I like what they did. They sent Enable back there. You go ahead, take care of C. We're going to stay back here. We have 3 up on B. Don't worry about it. They're not going to be moving behind you, and I got to respect that move there out of Primal, but now the pressure is certainly going to be coming here as Enable needs to be ready for this one. 3 players over by B, 4 players actually stacked up by B. And it seems like UNiTE might be able to secure this cap.
Yeah, UNiTE pushing in for B. Also want to give a big shout out to Corey Dunn, our director. We saw your tweets. You wanted to see the kill feed. What does he do? He stays up till 3 a.m. building this in our TriCaster so that you guys can see the kill feed in the bottom left. Formal now on your screen is looking to get his name in the bottom left corner of your screen.
I was looking at Ace there. He actually is going to go and cap B. B does get neutralized. Score is going to be 35-28 now in the, let's see here, in the favor of the boys on Primal. Just to keep that in mind here, a 7-point lead right now. And you know what? They could very well creep their way back into this matchup. Puckett is a strong possibility.
UNiTE, though, coming in hot. Ricky doing the damage, going prone. He's got Killa in support. And down goes Ricky. Killa trying to watch this left flank. Embos was on the right. Embos goes down now, so it's going to be up to Killa to stop this push. He can't do it. Here comes Primal once again, but it's UNiTE Gaming taking the score. It was about a 15-point deficit. Now the difference just 4 seconds.
Yeah,
or 4 points rather.
I mean, we thought that there was going to be an opportunity here for Primal to come back, but I just think you can never discount UNiTE. They will always find a way to fight back. As we go ahead and take a look here, Ace on your screen, making his way up through the staircase. No kill just yet. Formal able to secure one on Bose there. Ricky taking out Snakebite. Ace, of course, with the kill on Ricky. Formal, 3 people down for UNiTE as they're going to move in here. Go for that cap. Another player down at the bottom. Sit down, Ace says. He's able to take him out, and it's going to be 50-47. 3-point lead here, Puckett. 13 points, and they can come back into this game.
Right now, Ace still on your screen is going into A, and I like this play. This is what we talked about. Now, he's actually going for the full cap here. They are losing B, and he is going to be challenged any second. Uh-oh, wrong camera bucket. I failed. Anyway, Enable is going to be the player to watch as he's going to try and attack B. UNiTE Gaming was able to secure A once again.
Yeah, there is going to be a player there by B. You can see them right at the corner of the screen. So he does not go in and challenge wisely enough, but Enable is going to get taken out, shifting focus over to Snakebite, who's going to be lingering by B here. He will have teammates there for support. Let's see what he's able to do.
Formal is going to go down as we bring our mini-map back up for you. B has at least one UNiTE player, 3 over on the low side. All of the Primal guys, though, are focusing on this control room top. And when I talked to Mr. X from Complexity, he said that's not the strategy you want. He said, believe it or not, you actually want that server side, which Snakebite was just looking at. If you control the bottom, you're able to climb both ladders, easier access into B as well. The balcony, not as important as people think in domination, but Golden Boy, they're running out of time, but this is looking good for Primal. They're holding 2, and we got Snakebite rotating for the 3rd. 20 seconds left on the clock, though. I don't think it's possible to make this comeback. They were down 16 entering. Currently, it's a 10-point game. Can they get all 3 capped?
Actually, you know what? They do manage to neutralize A here. It's going to be 77 to 66 right now, 79 to 66. At this point in time, it's going to come down to the wire, and I think...
Oh, 79-66 is the final score. UNiTE Gaming holding on by just 3 points. You said it was going to be a close battle, and boy, this truly was. Fantastic job by both squads, but I believe it's going to be the guys on UNiTE taking our first game of the best of 5.
Wow, that was crazy. I mean, talking about a 3-point differential between these two teams. UNiTE Gaming, a team that many people believe can very well come through here, finish top 3, if you will, and then on the other side, Primal. They're sticking it to them. It's right now, game 1 was just a nail biter on that. Now we're moving over to Warhawk Search and Destroy. This is where you're going to see UNiTE really shine.
We'll see UNiTE and S&D after this commercial break.